Hey everyone, it's Amanda and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a very quick tutorial on how to crochet the front post single crochet. The front post single crochet is a great way to change directions in your crochet project. You can do this flat and in the round. For example, I use the front post single crochet to change the direction of my beehive day bag, and I used it to create the bottom half of this bag. So I did a front post single crochet here to change directions to the bottom, and then I did it once more to change it back to the back. This is also a great stitch to use for amigurumi when you're trying to create a different shape or change the direction to create different shapes, and people do all fun things with that. I'm not very versed in amigurumi. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, but I have done a few projects where it does use this stitch and it is super helpful. It's a great alternative to creating a separate panel that you have to stitch on like I did with the sides of the bag. So it definitely saves a lot of time and it has a very clean edge. So if you would like to learn how to do the front post single crochet, then please keep watching. Okay, so to get started, I did go ahead and crochet just 4 rows of basic single crochet. If you're interested in wondering what kind of yarn I'm using, I am using a Hobby Yarns ribbon. It is this really pretty, almost t-shirt cotton. It's great for things you're going to be using outdoors or something that you need to be really sturdy, like the bag that I showed you in the beginning of the video. All right, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, because this is a front post single crochet, you do have to do this around a single crochet, but there are different types of front post stitches. You can do front post double crochet, front post half double crochet. You know, this is specifically just for single crochet stitches, and it can be a little bit more difficult than the other ones because the stitches are quite a bit smaller than, let's say, a double crochet or a treble crochet. So that's why I want to go ahead and show you how to do the single crochet. All right, so to get started, I'm just going to chain 1 and turn. And again, if you are using this stitch in the round, please feel free to just continue in the round, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to be working it flat. Now, to do a front post single crochet, instead of placing your stitch here where it normally goes when you are working a single crochet, you are going to be working around the post, just like that. So I will show you one more time. So I'm going to be, instead of inserting it here, we're going to be working it around the post, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over, pull through 2 to create that single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in just a tad bit more. I think that's as far as I can zoom in. All right, and moving on to the next stitch. And if you have a hard time finding these posts, just kind of pull them apart a little so you can see where this post is, because you're going to be working around these single crochet posts. So almost through and through these stitches that you're supposed to normally be working through. So let's go ahead and work the second front post single crochet. So again, you're going to be working around this post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 to finish off that stitch. And also to note, based on the direction that you want your project to go is what side of the work you want to work on. So when you're working the front post single crochet, the project is going to start to turn towards you. If you wanted to turn away from you, you would just have to work on the other side of the project. Or for instance, if you're working in the round, you would work inside, along the inside, instead of along the outside, if that makes sense. So inside, not outside. So again, when you're working the front post single crochet, it is going to be worked towards you. If you would, technically, if you wanted to work in the other direction, you would have to do a back post, a single crochet, which I might do a tutorial on a little bit later, but I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with the front post. So again, to show you once more, we are going to work around this post here, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going here so you can get an idea of the direction the project is going in. Let's do 2 more and then we'll work the rest. Need a little bit more yarn. If you haven't tried t-shirt yarn yet, I highly recommend it. It is so much fun to work with. All right, so let's go ahead and see what it's doing here. So if you can see, if you flip it over, it is creating this ledge here. So it is changing the direction from it being flat to facing towards you. So once it's finished, once you start working more rows, it's gonna end up almost being a wall, if that makes sense. Which again is super helpful when you're working things that are boxy, like a bag, for instance, or other amigurumi shapes that you need it to kind of turn a little bit. You can also manipulate the shapes when doing amigurumi by adding and subtracting stitches to make it tighter and looser. That's also another way of doing it, but to create that initial turn in the work, this is a great stitch to use. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the rest of these stitches. Looks like we've got 1, 2 more to go, 3 more to go. Let's see, I gotta go ahead and count back because I don't think it might go around that last one. I've got to double check. I know I did 15 stitches. You know what? I do think I have to put it on here. So again, so for the last one, you're just going to work around this last post here. Just like that. All right. So as you can see, it is changing directions. You know what? I don't even think I was supposed to. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, I did. See, now I'm confusing myself. I always do that. Whenever I second guess myself, I always get confused. But again, this is what you should have after finishing 1 row of the front post single crochet. I'm going to go ahead and start working just another row of plain single crochet just so you can get a better idea of the direction that the work is going in. So I'm just going to chain 1 and turn. And then I'm just going to work the single crochets as normal. See how fast I can get this done. Because this is a thicker yarn, sometimes it is a little bit. And I have super duper, like, child-sized hands. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult for me to get a good spacing in between the yarn and my work to kind of yarn over and pull it through. So sometimes it can be kind of a workout working with this yarn. But it is so worth it when you do like fun projects with it. It's almost like it's not quite, I don't know if, because it used to be a super popular yarn, but it would sell out all the time. I think it's Bernat Homemaker Deck or something like that. And it was like a tubular kind of t-shirt yarn. And this one is obviously a ribbon, which is why it's called ribbon yarn. But it definitely gives a very similar appearance to it if you're also looking for an alternative. I will leave a link to the yarn that I used in the description box. All right, so now we're coming up on the last stitch here. See if I can shove my, there we go. Shove my hook in. And pull up a loop. I got dog hair everywhere. It's literally my life now. All right, so this is what you should have. There's a little ridge that the front post single crochet created. So now, again, you were able to kind of manipulate the direction that it's going in. So if you're, let's say, like me, you're doing a bag, you just want to flip it up to create like a boxy kind of shape. And then what you do is you would work, let's say like you're doing the bottom of the bag, you would just keep working until you reach the desired width of the bottom of your bag, and then you would just work a front post single crochet to work back in this direction to create the bottom of the bag. So yeah, it's super easy to do. It's a lot easier than having to crochet, like again, a separate panel that you have to single crochet or slip stitch to the bottom of your bag, or if you're doing another kind of like boxy like project or different projects that require you to kind of attach two sides, this is a great alternative. Saves a lot of time, and you can just continue working with your project. So with that being said, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was super helpful for you. And if you were interested in the pattern for the bee bag that I showed in the beginning of this video, I will go ahead and leave that link down in the description box below, and please feel free to ask me any questions in the comments, any future videos that you'd like to see in the future. I think I said that twice. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.